Give me a second, I'm going to die.
Am I in the will?
No.
But, okay, so you bring Apollo Crews over. First off, that guy needs a complete overhaul.
That guy was brought up about a year or two soon, too.
Yeah.
That's part of his problem.
But I mean, he developed.
But if you look at the indie stuff, the guy is not brought up too soon. The problem is you didn't give him anything to do. You literally take him out of NXT where everybody was hoping for a solid feud for him because he's, first off, athletically gifted.
Yeah, well, his in-ring, there's nothing wrong with his in-ring. There's nothing wrong with his in-ring. But
when you give him
more time down in NXT to develop his character, to develop his mic skills, which aren't terrible but do need improvement. They're not WWE level, which is part of his problem. Is anytime he would try, he cut a couple of promos early on and they were bad, and then they stopped. They lost WWE. This is on them. They lost faith in him, and they didn't let him cut any more promos. He just came out and smiled and got beat up by Dolph Ziggler.
But you said his gimmick. What is his gimmick?
Well, that's what I mean. Or no, I said his character.
Okay, well, what's his character?
He doesn't have.
That's what I mean. He didn't develop. They never developed a real character for him. You never really got a chance to get to know. If you're going to have Apollo Crews' character be what it is now, the audience has to have something to connect with. And the WWE brass either didn't give him enough time in NXT to develop. He made that connection with the NXT crowd because they love seeing his work in the ring. Because the NXT crowd is more of are more wrestling marks than your typical character marks. So he never really. They said, "Oh my God, the crowd loves him." They bring him up, and they're like, "Oh my God, the crowd is indifferent." And that's because they never. You're right. They never really gave him a solid. I mean, Baron Corbin feud should have been better, but it turned into a showcase for Baron Corbin because I think Vince or whoever saw who the real star of those two are. And because there's no denying that Baron Corbin is leaps and bounds ahead of Apollo Crews as far as star quality goes. But Apollo Crews, there's still time. You can still build him up. But I will stick with he should have stayed in NXT a little longer to develop. Especially when they brought all those guys up. They brought up Finn, they brought up Mojo, they brought up the American Alpha. They brought a ton of guys up. And you had there was a spot there that Apollo Crews could have seized.
Right.
Because, we could. Who knows what Apollo Crews versus Shinsuke would have looked like?
And I don't disagree.
So when I say he should have stayed in NXT longer, it was like he probably needed 6 months or so, or a solid year of just being really good. Because as soon as the guy gets good, you don't call him up. You let him establish how good he is for a little while.
Right.
And throw him in. You could have sent him up against Joe. You could have sent him up against a bunch of guys, and really build him up even further. Because if you believed he was a star, let him show it. He comes up to SmackDown, and you stick him in the mid card.
Barely even that. He really didn't get any push in the mid card towards the mid card title. Anyways, for that matter, he just fought Ziggler. And he was buddies with Kalisto.
He had a title match, but the title match was pretty much a feed me more.
Well, he had a really good match against Balor that I liked, and that was a lot. Oh, I just hey. But yeah, no, the match against Balor I enjoyed. I think who did he wrestle in the number 1 contenders match to get to Balor? Because I think he had to go through someone to get to Balor, and I was like, This guy's going to be good. They just get him some mic skills. Because even in NXT, you can see his mic skills were not great.
Bobby Lashley.
Right, but
that's what we're looking at. This is the second coming, just more athletic.
Yeah, but let the guy build some character. Hell, I don't care. Turn him heel for all I give a shit. Because especially if he's a heel and he's sticking with the same gimmick, he's just coming out smiling all the time. That would actually might work. But how many of us, show of hands, who thought American Alpha was coming out at the end of the Revival match?
American Alpha? Oh, yeah, I did. I thought that they were moving Alpha.
Okay, re-question. Who kind of hoped you would see American Alpha come over? Because here's the thing. American Alpha is, unfortunately, they are really good in the ring. They are probably the most athletic tag team on the roster. just sheer athleticism. They got the they got
be
the
careful with that.
they got the backgrounds.
Because New Day, like Kofi and Xavier, are ridiculously
Okay, well, I mean,
athletic.
all right,
Obviously, you got-
arguably the most. All right, among the top
Yeah.
athletic.
They're best on SmackDown.
Right, and I agree with that.
you gotta be careful.
But they have the same problem that Apollo Crews had, is that you have not established who they are. You got one interview segment on Talking Smack. Other than that, they've had a mic in their hands, twice, and it was a call somebody out.
But are you marking for the fact, or were you trying to say, hey, let's bring America Alpha over only because of the possibility that we can make Kurt kind of pop in, and are you doing it on that line?
I don't.
No,
I didn't say I wanted them to go to SmackDown. I thought they were
to Raw.
or to Raw. Yeah, I thought they were. I thought for a chance that with the revival there, I was like, ooh, maybe that's going to be the tag team that comes over. And no, we got Rhino and fucking Slater. But
we're still. But this goes back to the same thing that you're looking at NXT and what they did in NXT. And yeah, those matches probably, literally, they were the best matches. But name matches where the Revival their matches weren't good. Enzo and Cass,
yeah,
great matches.
Well,
American Alpha, great matches. Like I want to see Revival not tied to NXT, not tied to, hey, you guys did this before, let's do it again. Let Revival